Hey guys, this is my second video. Today I'm going to review the Death of the Family storyline that took place in the Batman comics. For those of you who don't know, the Death of the Family storyline started taking place. I think Batman number 13 back. I would like to say October, maybe November, and it went through the various lines of Batman and different other comics, superheroes comics like Batman, Batgirl, Batman and Robin, Detective Comics. I think it did a Suicide Squad issue one time, Teen Titans, Red Hood and the Outlaws. It went through various different lines of Batman. And I'm just gonna give since right now I'm filming this. The I think for now that the whole storyline is over. Right now, the last couple issues are the aftermath for the Death of the Family storyline. So right now, I think that the whole storyline is completely over. I don't know, maybe next week they might do another aftermath. But I just finished reading. I suppose the Teen Titans in the wake of the Death of the Family storyline. So I'm going off if that is the last exact issue that has something to do with the Death of the Family storyline. But basically, my personal opinion, basically this is going to be basically my personal opinion. There were my whole opinion of the storyline. It was good. It was a lot of moments during the comics where there was some very good comics, but very good issues of the comics and the storyline. I think there were like two. I felt there was 2 to 3, maybe very good issues of the Batgirl comics when they had their chance to do this storyline. There was a really good issue of Nightwing. There was 2 good issues of Nightwing that had involved the storyline. And the Batman issue, I only felt out of the whole line there was only one Batman issue that wasn't doing the line you know, that wasn't up to par with the rest of the line. But I felt that the storyline it achieved its part. Spoiler ahead for those people that haven't read the book. The ending of the storyline takes place. We supposedly, we supposedly the death of the Joker supposedly dies. If you are a fan of the comics, Joker really, every time you supposedly think the Joker's dead, he never really is. The scene, the big finale scene takes place. The Joker hangs off him and Batman are on a cliff, and Joker falls. And I felt personally that we've seen this before. The joke in various aspects of the DC Comics line where the Joker's supposedly dead and he really isn't. So take it for what it is. He falls off a cliff. He falls off the cliff in the cave. Then who knows? You can take it. Maybe really is. Maybe he is. But that's part of comics. Characters that you think are dead can always come back. So take that for what that was. But I felt that the last image of Batman I think the issue was 17. Did the last issue like back? I think it was 17 that it takes place in. Yeah, 17. I think that the lasting image where you see what was the antidote, the potion that Joker was doing in the last image in the comic book. They do the various instruments of what the potion takes place in. The last in the last image of is ha ha ha. I thought that was really good. I like that image. But as a Batman fan, I felt it could have been better. I would have liked to see even though I love all the characters, I would have liked to see all the build up and all the issues. You paid to see. I would have liked to see something really tragic happen to one of the Batman issues. But I will get to later. Even as I'm taking it, something tragic did happen early this week in one of the issues of Batman Incorporated. I'll get to that later. But I felt that maybe that something tragic could have took place during this storyline with all this build up. But it's just another. I felt it was another really good line to the Batman Joker history. I felt I felt it was really, really, really good. Really good, but it was sometimes some of the issues, it wasn't as good as the other ones. It wasn't as good as the other issues. Like I said, I really felt that the really good same aspects of this comic were the Batgirl issues. They were really good. When with the Joker taking Barbara Gordon's mother and holding her captive and cutting off her finger and cutting off her finger. I felt that there was those two three issues were probably the top of the story, really good at the top of the storyline. So those are really good issues. I also felt Nightwing, I want to say either 15 or 16 was really good. One of those Nightwing issues were good, and the Red Hood, Red Hood is the Red Hood is Jason Todd. Uh, I felt the last issue, I think it was also 16, right? 16. I felt that was also a standout, and and for just the pure Batman comics, uh, the opening issue was really good, and I think I want to say I got my comic. I'm looking at comics here. I'm trying to see. I remember everything based off of the comic cover, so I'm trying to remember. I think 15 and 16. 16 were really good. So there were really good issues, and then some were really didn't match up with the rest of it. But overall, I would get the storyline, possibly a B plus, A minus. It got its point across. It got its point across that something tragic was possible gonna happen. There was another part that I felt that was really good. I almost really believed it, but at the end of Batman, where we have the whole family of Batman are held captive and at the table, and we believe that the Joker's cut off all their faces when it really the Joker just puts bandages around their face and puts numbing medicine to believe that all their faces have been cut off when it really isn't. So I thought that was a really freak out moment. I really thought for a moment that maybe, wow, the Joker really cut off his faces, but it was a fake out. It is what it is. But I get that storyline. I get that storyline a solid B, maybe possibly A plus, A minus. Because there were really good standalone issues during this whole line, and it could have been possibly been better, but it is what it is. I felt Scott Snyder did a really good job trying to get his point around, and I'm glad that I'm hopeful to see what else he has planned for the Batman line as long as he's doing it. And it was another good storyline to add to the Batman Legend. So if you haven't get a chance to read it, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not gonna say pretty sure, but if you can probably pick up comics. If I were to if I were to tell you to pick what key issues if you wanted to try to catch up with the storyline, if you haven't been catching up with it, just get the 15 and 16 ones. If you want to really see it, then it starts in Batman 13. It's the beginning issue, but it was a really good story. It was a good storyline. You should go pick it up. And I forgot this before I say anything. To me, the really good standout issue. I can't believe I almost forgot to put this in this. The really good standout issue was Red Hood, the aftermath of the death of the storyline. The Red Hood number 17. I fell in love with this the image. For the image, I don't think people really. I felt this was like a iconic comic book issue. I mean cover. When you see we see Batman holding Red Hood, and if you can look closely, I don't know how close you can see it. You can see Batman also holding Jason Todd, presumably from when he dies in the death in the family back in the old days. This is presumably Jason Todd being Robin when he dies, and this is Jason Todd. This is Jason Todd as Red Hood with Batman holding him. So I thought that image was really iconic. But I also thought that the ending was really good. I thought this ending maybe should have been took place during before the aftermath storylines. The aftermath storylines are doing declared to end the death of the family storyline. No spoiler ahead if you don't know. Turn it now. The Joker comes back as a hallucination or something in Jason's Red Hood helmet. Jason sees him and they still haven't made it clear, but I'm presuming it's like some type of acid or some type of gas. It burns Jason's face at the end of the comic, and you hope and you just see you see that Batman kind of has failed to protect his kids that he lets presume take the mantles of his costumes and that are under his watch. And I felt that ending was probably one of the best endings of the whole storyline. I felt this could have been really in the storyline. It was a really good ending, so we picked it up. I'm really waiting to see how that whole thing turns out in 18. So pick this up. I felt that this cover was really covered and do it justice. I felt this cover was really good. So whoever presumably going with whoever wrote this cover, good job. I like this. I like this cover a lot. So, but like I said, really, like I said, it was good for what it was. I'm glad. I want to see what else this goes to, and I'm gonna make another video talking about the breaking storyline that took place. That somebody in the Batman family dies during this week, the week of. It's March 1st. I'm taping it, so I think it happens February 26th on Wednesday for a Batman Incorporated issue. I'm gonna talk about that in my next video, and the effects that it will have. So spoiler alert on that. But alright, this is my second video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my review. I know it's 12 minutes long, but if you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. Alright guys, bye.